What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today.
We live in a world today, NBA world, if you will, where the players are pampered, coddled, spoiled, and organizations tend to bend to the will of the star players especially. Some more than others. Some have more power than other players, but as a whole, the owners will fire GMs and fire coaches without a thought, just to keep that star player happy. When people talk about how it's a players' league today, they're often referring to player mobility and options, but people don't often talk about the cachet they have when it comes to forcing an organization to do the things to get their way because they know how much of a business aspect they represent, especially in smaller markets or teams that lack as many options at the moment for whatever reason. Now, they know if they become disgruntled, leave in free agency, force a trade, then the organization can take a huge hit financially without the presence of their star player. Not as much marketing, not as many TV spots, TV deals, merchandising and ticket sales, etc., etc. Players can flex on that and whine and cry until they get their way. Not many owners have the balls to stand up to these players and tell them good riddance. We can trust our team building skills and you will not be missed. Pat Riley, for example, has balls. Pat Riley is a great owner and stands pat. No pun intended. That was good. And I love him for it. He is not willingly dying on any sword for no man, no player. More organizations need to follow suit. And maybe they can take back some of their power and keep these players from acting like babies. But Adam Silver has allowed this beast to grow out of control. There will always be desperate organizations willing to give the players whatever they want, even when another organization tells them to kick rocks. So I don't see this as something that's easily fixable, to be honest. And it's sad because the players are really running things so much of the time, man. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. LeBron James has set the stage for that in so many ways, and I think other players have took it to a whole nother level in certain areas, even more so, like James Harden. We are in a league today where they are firing coaches because the star players do not like the coach's system or how they are being utilized or how the team is being managed. Well, let me ask you this question. What makes the players right? I have seen winning organizations have great seasons, successful seasons, and the star players are still unhappy and still want the coach gone. Again, what makes the players right in these situations? Sometimes you got these players who are in these positions, they just think they are never wrong in their frame of mind. And they feel like they always know what's best for the team. Or are they looking out for what's just best for them and their own self-interest? And you got many players that can't stay out of their own damn way. If it's working, then it's working. Because you don't like how it works, doesn't mean you should get rid of it. People were calling for the firing of Coach Bud despite him winning a championship. And they started calling for him to be fired, I think like 1 or 2 series before the finals where they eventually won. But after they did win the championship, that hushed people up for at least 1 season, but they were waiting. The organization was waiting. And that hushed people up for at least 1 season, but they were waiting. Upper management was waiting for 1 season that did not result in a championship to give him the axe. Y'all remember when Phil Jackson came to the Lakers? Kobe Bryant didn't immediately buy into the triangle offense and all of Phil Jackson's antics, his zen, his meditation, burning sage, reading books, all those kinds of practices, things like that inside the locker room. Kobe Bryant provided resistance to Phil Jackson for years and always wanted to operate out of the triangle at times. They didn't fire Phil Jackson. Granted, Phil Jackson was a 6-time champion as a coach and had a resume that speaks volumes for itself. Kobe Bryant hadn't done nothing significant up to that point. But still, they told the up-and-coming, young, shining star, the next Michael Jordan is what he was being called at the time, to STFU. Learn the triangle. Play in the triangle. And we will show you why you can win championships with this system. You don't have to like it or want to play in it, but you are in a contract and we are not trading you and we are not firing the coach. So figure it out. Just to be clear, I'm not saying that Kobe Bryant asked for the firing of Phil Jackson. That absolutely did not happen. But they told him to, hey, shut the hell up, figure it out. We know what we're doing here. I understand that sometimes there are coaches out there that don't know what the hell they're doing. They're messing up left and right, losing locker rooms. I get all that. But this notion that every disgruntled player is right and you'll just take the easy way out and fire the coach to appease the player and keep them on the team is nuts to me. And if I was an owner, I absolutely would not do that. I'd be taking the Pat Riley route. I got a lot of pride. Trae Young, he's overrated ass. But I ain't getting into that. Trae Young has been known as a coach killer, getting coaches fired. And every coach that comes in apparently is not fit for the job. I mean, it gets to a point where it's like, what's the common denominator here? In every situation, what is the common denominator? Trae Young seems to be in every failed math equation. Just saying. We see the frequency at which LeBron James-led Lakers are getting rid of coaches. LeBron is about to have his 4th coach, if I'm not mistaken, and he just joined the team in 2018. I'm not saying every coach firing is a product of something being pushed from the players or the owners feeling a need to do it to keep a player happy. But it's something that has become the norm in today's NBA with a high frequency. And you're starting to see more coaches stand up for other coaches and analysts calling it out for the BS that it is. And I tend to agree. That's all I got to say about it, folks. I appreciate you for stepping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby.